Hi Cancer, thank you for joining me for your May bonus read. Please remember that this is still a general reading, so it's not going to resonate for absolutely everyone, and it's fine. Please always switch the energies around if it applies, but never ever try and force a timeline to fit your particular story, okay? So Cancers, the intent for this deck is your energy towards the individual that you're dealing with, and somebody wants to speak to you. The intent for this deck is their energies towards you, and the central deck is the mutual energies between you both. Honestly, someone has got something to say to you, Cancer. This is ridiculous. Excuse me. Right, so let's get this started for you. Cancer's energy towards their person in love, please. Okay, so the zodiacs that I can see in your read, Cancer, and please don't worry if the person who you're dealing with, their zodiac, isn't called out. Sometimes the information is beneficial for some and other times not so much. So the Seven of Coins is Saturn in Taurus energy. The High Priestess is Moon, so it's water energy. The Ace of Swords, that pertains to thought energy. The Moon, so that's Pisces energy. The Knight of Coins is Virgo energy. The Three of Wands is Sun in Aries energy. The Six of Coins is Moon in Taurus energy. The King of Swords is Aquarius energy. The Star is more Aquarius energy. The Hermit is Virgo energy. The Knight of Swords is Gemini energy. The Lovers is Gemini again. The Chariot, that's Cancerian energy, so that's your energy. The King of Cups is Scorpio energy. The Queen of Coins is Capricorn. And the High Priestess again. So there is a lot of moon energy in this read, Cancer. A lot. And the moon, the influence of the moon, that pertains to emotions, instincts, habits, and sometimes pertains to illusions as well. So there's an energy in your read where you feel that you have been you've been disillusioned, or you have been put under some kind of illusion, and now you have to face the truth on something. As I say, the moon is really, really dominant in this read. Really, really dominant. You're currently sitting in an energy where you're looking at the connection of the relationship or situation at face value, and you're no longer given into romanticizing the connection. You're facing something head on here. So in your energies towards them, the Seven of Coins, High Priestess, Ace of Swords, the Moon, the Knight of Coins. So you feel that the individual that you have been dealing with has been far too slow to act. They've been far too slow to grow something with you, because we've got you here planting seeds and waiting for them to grow, and then it's like you've been waiting for the longest time for this individual to do something. I'm not entirely sure what that's pertaining to, but you're wanting to see some kind of action. You want to see something tangible from the individual that you're connected with. For some of you, your intuition, you've been at war here because you've got the High Priestess, the Ace of Swords and the Moon. And then the King of Swords is the card that is central to your entire tarot read. So your intuition has been shouting at you about an individual, and you've been ignoring your intuition here. Your judgment has been clouded by something, and now you're facing the truth of a situation that is going to require you to use your logic instead of what you wanted to have. So it's kind of like your fantasies. You have to use your logic when it pertains to your fantasies, and you might have to cut an individual out here of the situation. The individual who needs to speak, it's actually you, Cancer. You need to speak up here on what it is that you want. Because again, the High Priestess, that's all about keeping secrets. It's all about behind the veil. It's all about your intuition. It's like there's some kind of illusion here that is keeping you stuck and is keeping you from speaking your truth. I'm not seeing an individual who is happy or content in a current situation. I'm seeing an individual who's doing a lot of keeping quiet and a lot of waiting. I'm seeing an individual here who is not getting anything in return for their work or their efforts. I'm feeling that this is a very one-sided connection here, Cancer. I'm feeling that you have quite possibly given away too much of yourself at the expense of your own happiness here. And you feel that your life has now been put on hold. And again, it's something here that pertains to illusions. It's like you're trying to look objectively at this current relationship and analyze what is it that you're actually getting out of this situation. But you're not discussing this though. This is all very much mental energy. You've tried to inject some kind of new energy into this connection. But still, I'm not seeing someone who's satisfied here. You're on the verge of picking up your sword of truth here and telling this individual how it is. You're not happy, you don't feel satisfied whatsoever. In their energies towards you, Knight of Swords, Lovers, Chariot, the King of Cups, the Queen of Coins and the High Priestess. So I will say for some of you, not all of you, very, very important. For a tiny, tiny handful of you, the individual that you're dealing with, I am going to give you here a gold digger's alert. Okay? Because, again, for some of you, not all of you, the individual that you've been dealing with, and this is the intuitive side that some of you have been fighting with, because definitely some of you have been fighting with your intuition, how you wanted things to be and how they actually are. Now, for some of you, there is a gold digger in your energies who is in love with what you can provide and not actually in love with you as an individual. Right? So for those of you where that is resonating, you'll know that that is for you, and you will know that now is the time for you to cut that individual out, because they're a user, they're a leech on your energy and on your resources. Right. So for others of you, this pertains to the individual that you're dealing with is they're not speaking. They're seeing you here as the Queen of Coins energy, which is very grounded, very stable, very independent. And they're seeing that you're also highly intuitive. So there's an element here that they know that you have got something to say to them, and they're not necessarily going to like nor agree what it is that you have to say. That there's some kind of knowledge here, and pomegranate, so that's health. So for some of you, this individual is actually making you feel ill, just simply through having to deal with this. Now, Cancer, the individual that you're dealing with, they can feel that you're pulling your energy away from them here. But the Knight of Swords, the Lovers and the Chariot, so they're feeling here that you're not satisfied, you're not happy, and they can feel you sort of pulling back a bit, quite a lot on your energies, because you have a tendency to sort of regress in your mind and try and mull things over in your mind. You try and make sense of things before you even speak. So the individual that you're dealing with can feel that, and they're thinking here that there might be another individual involved. So I am feeling here a bit of emotional blackmail, Cancers, so please do be on the lookout for that, especially for those of you where you know full well you're not receiving what you deserve in this particular connection, and if you know full well that this particular individual is just leeching from you, they're the ones who are going to try the emotional blackmail to try and reel you back in, so that they can continue using you, basically. And for others of you, this person is thinking that you are leaving the connection with them in favour of a brand new connection. And for those of you where this individual hasn't been telling you how they feel towards you, the fact that you're pulling your energies away from them is going to force them into being honest with their emotions here with the King of Cups. So it's a very strange read, because it's a very 50-50 read about what timeline you're resonating with. But the one thing that remains true within this read is Cancerian is pulling their energies away from this particular individual. And it's either going to trigger an honest conversation from this individual, because at the moment they were just thinking that everything was fine, and actually on your side it's not fine, because there are some kind of illusions here. So it's either going to trigger an honest conversation, an honest some sort of action towards giving you what you need in this connection, and for others of you it's going to trigger emotional blackmail. Your mutual energies, the Three of Wands, the Six of Coins, the King of Swords, the Star and the Hermit. So your mutual energies is Cancer, you're planning for your future here, and you're not entirely convinced that it's going to involve this particular connection. There is an energy of expectation that comes with the Three of Wands, because it pertains to sort of watching from a distance, waiting for your ships to come in. It's planning for the future with an expectation that things are going to be equal. So for some of you, this particular individual has been carrying on just thinking that everything's hunky-dory between you both, and not actually been investing themselves fully into this connection. Growth has stopped in this connection here, somewhere along the lines. And intuitively, again, you knew that this connection, it was going to get to that plateau stage. And it's like, yeah, you've been stuck here now for a while. For some of you, in fact, this connection pertains to 7 years or more, where you've been promised by this individual that they were going to do this, that and the next to invest in the connection with you. And they never actually have, because it's always come down to you here, especially with them seeing you as the Queen of Coins energy. I'm not liking that. I'm really, really not. And again, when you combine that with your current energy, it's like you're not happy with you having to do everything, because all of the coins energy is on your side. And that leads me to feel that some of you have genuinely been dealing with some kind of gold digger energy, male or female or anything in between. It makes no difference. It's just the energies. But this individual sees you as some kind of resource. I'm feeling really strongly here, Cancer, that your resources are running dry when it pertains to dealing with this particular connection. You're tired of it being one-sided. And again, if the energies are switched, if you feel that you're resonating more with this tarot deck, then that's absolutely fine. But again, it's not going to resonate for absolutely everyone. Yeah, see, again, just looking at your mutual energies, the Star and the Hermit, somebody here needs to introspect on their behavior here. Someone needs to really, really go within, because the hermit goes within themselves to find the star, because there's a star in his lantern, and when they found the star, they then use that to light their path. So, and it is coming out with the star. I'm feeling here really strongly, Cancer, that this is your energy, this is you here introspecting, and you're really analysing this connection objectively. You're trying to take your emotions out of the equation, and you're really trying to be realistic here, because your energy is all pertaining to the truth of the situation. You've got fear and illusions, not saying. So this is you introspecting on how this connection can it be revived, can it be nurtured, can it be healed? And for some of you, it can be. I'm not feeling that, with the King of Swords being central to your entire read, I'm feeling that for the most part, Cancer, you are seriously considering cutting this individual out, purely because the relationship or the connection or the situationship is not equal, and you're tired of feeling like a mug. Your resources are definitely running dry when it pertains to dealing with this connection. Definitely. Cancer, their person of interest, please. Island time. In your own time, take your time, active, have a relaxed attitude, be more light-hearted and meditate. Some of you, this connection, this individual has really taken it out of you energetically, and there is a very strong need here for you to pull back and meditate before you take action. boat, receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, and closure issues. Meow, having fun, trying to fit in, being playful, modelling after others, being whimsical and free-spirited, and keys on a ring, many options, decisions, unconventional, string along, and one-night stand. Some of you feel strung along by this particular individual who has been constantly making promises to you, and time again they don't produce, that they're not making good on their word. And every time you want to pull back from this connection, they come in with their emotional blackmail and they reeling you back in every single time. So that's where your closure issues are coming in from, and your inability to move on from this particular connection. So also for some of you, you have got far more options than you gave yourself credit for. For some of you, were holding on to this particular connection or individual because you genuinely felt that that was the best that you could get, and you're needing to look at that objectively and figure out why you're feeling that this one-sided connection is the best that you could get. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. The main word there, Cancer, is balance. If things are not balanced and equal, you tend to put your own needs and wants on the back burner in favour of someone else's happiness, and it's not working. It's not working for you anymore. Right. Life is a series of constantly sifting cycles. When we resist the change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow, you'll be surprised at where it's leading. Okay. So every time you start working towards changing this connection, that individual puts up a lot of resistance and pulls you back in. Adrift. Letting go, allowing a higher force to take charge for a time. It says, wherever the tide takes you, peaceful passivity, not making any decisions other than just be, Some of you are needing to let this particular connection, this situation go, and then just see where the tide takes you from there on. It's certainly not a healthy connection where you've been doing all of the giving and they're just seeing you as some kind of endless pot of resources. Most likely outcome, please, for Cancerian on this particular connection. Thank you. Oh. Okay, so the most likely outcome is the Empress. And whenever the Empress shows up towards the end of a read, and it has shown up right at the end of the read, it lets us know that a happy outcome is forecast. There is going to be a happy conclusion to this particular situation. This one is Archangel Gabriel. It says, lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. So again, male or female, it makes no difference. There is no gender in tarot. It's basically telling us here, Cancer, that the most likely outcome is you are going to be taking back your power when it pertains to this particular individual. And because you take back your power, you sit in your own throne. You take action towards what it is that you want. You go get it, and it's going to lead to a more abundant outcome for you. So for those of you very specifically where this individual is a leech, then by releasing this connection, it's going to free up your abundance. You're going to start seeing those energies coming in towards you very thick and fast, because there's no longer going to be a leech that is sticking to your side, draining you of everything, basically. You're going to grow physically, mentally, spiritually, in all of the ways, and so many opportunities are just waiting to be opened up to you. It's just at the moment, and that energy is being blocked, because yeah, there is, and I'm sure that we've had that come out in your read before, a couple of months ago actually, where there was a leech in your energies. For some of you, you haven't released that individual yet, and it's blocking off your energies still. Some of you are scared because you're under the illusions that this connection is the best that you can do. This is as good as it gets. And Spirit's telling you here, no, it really isn't. You've literally got your entire life ahead of you. Your entire life. I really do like that as an outcome for you, though. It's a fantastic way to end the read. So that is what I have for you, Cancer. Please get in touch if that's resonated for you, because I don't know what it is I'm reading. I literally just have to trust my cards and the other messages as and when they come in. I do read all of your comments. I might not be able to reply to them all, but I absolutely do read them and appreciate every interaction on my channel. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, then that information can be found in my pinned comments below. So thank you again, Cancer. Very, very best of luck to you with this situation. Please do take care out there, and we shall speak again soon. Bye.